This episode of Around the Oval is brought to you by Todd Pennington with Revolution.
Hey, Ohio State fans, Alex Gleitman here, back with another edition of Around the Oval, brought to you by Todd Pennington with Revolution Mortgage. We are in the thick of Ohio State recruiting season. This is the craziest June Ohio State and really all of college football will ever see when it comes to recruiting. The dead period ended on June 1st. Prospects have not been able to take visits for almost about 15 months or so. 15 months about. But now things are wide open. Camps, official visits, unofficial visits, workouts for coaches. It is just crazy. And one of the kids who Ohio State brought in on the very first day they were allowed to have prospects on campus was Findlay, Ohio. We'll call him a big athlete, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, maybe even play tight end if you want him to. Luke Montgomery. Luke joins the show today. Appreciate you coming on, buddy. Thanks for joining. How's everything going?
Hi, Mr. Is it Gleitman? Gleitman?
It's Gleitman. You got it right.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Mr. Gleitman. I've been doing really well. How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you joining us. I know this is a very busy month for you. Your first time really getting out to see schools, and we appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, just take us through kind of up to this point. I mean, I think it was just a matter of people seeing you on film, and you blew up. You got nearly 30 offers from some of the top schools across the country, obviously including Ohio State, but goes well beyond that. Just what has this process been like for you so far? Has it just been absolutely crazy, or how have you kind of all taken it in stride?
It's been a true blessing. Obviously, not many kids get this opportunity, and I'm obviously not going to take that for granted. But it's been really cool. I've met a lot of new people, made a lot of new connections with people from all over the country. And I think that's obviously really cool. And obviously, growing up, you always just want to be able to play in that college football atmosphere with 100,000 fans. So that's just really cool. And obviously, it's for scholarship is for free. You go to school for free, get a degree. It's pretty cool, and it's obviously that's been a huge goal of mine for a while. So I didn't really expect it to become this early, but I guess it did. So just at this point, I know some other kids that I talk to, it's just maturing upon your years. So yeah.
Really cool. It's an awesome position to be in, no doubt. I got 2 young kids, and I hope one day that whether it's academics or sports, they're in the position you are. It's like 1% of kids. So it's awesome that you recognize that, and you're really humble about it, which I've appreciated throughout the whole process. And I think the good thing for you with June opening up, it's early, you're 2023 kids, so you got time to make a decision, but getting the chance to go out and visit a bunch of schools throughout this whole month is really an awesome experience for you. And you kind of started that journey on June 1st, heading to Ohio State. I know you're going to head back to Columbus later this month to work out with Coach Stud and in front of the staff and things like that. But you got a chance to go there, meet the coaches in person, take a visit. Tell us a little bit about, what you did on June 1st throughout, your entire day at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center and on campus.
Yeah. So the day started out, actually, we had an early morning lift and workouts at our high school. And then from there, I came home, took a quick shower, and then went to my coach's house. And my coach and I went went down to Columbus. And from there, we got there. We met up with Coach Wilson. Actually, the first people we saw were Ben Chrisman, Donovan Jackson, Zen, and I think it was those 3. And I talked to them for a while because I know Ben pretty well from past experiences in recruiting and stuff. So it was good to see them. They were just finishing up their workout. We went in there. First thing we did, I think we went to the weight room. Saw Coach Moratti. Is that Coach Moratti?
Coach Moratti.
Excuse me. Yeah, we saw him there, and then talked to him for a little bit. He's always awesome to talk to. And then from there, Coach Wilson took us out to the football field. They were having a little kids camp, so we got to watch some little kids run around. I thought that's always fun to go watch them. We're having our little kids camp starting tomorrow, so we'll be out there helping them. But we got there, and I was just super excited to be able to see everyone, just see the facilities. I talked to Coach Hartline for a while, Coach Washington, Coach Stud, obviously, Coach Cook, Coach Hinton, Coach Twilliger. And then we talked to Coach Dave for a while as well. And then from there, we looked at the weight room, obviously, indoor facilities, outdoor facilities. And got to see CJ and Gabe there as well. So it was good to catch up with them.
It's awesome. It sounds like it was an action-packed day, but it really gave you a good, at least initial snapshot of Ohio State.
Yeah.
You saw everything you needed to, and got to spend some time with the coaches, which was great. Tell us, what was that your first time at Ohio State?
No, I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, but I mean, as I would guess call it as a top target for them and a real recruit, it was probably your first time where you got that concerted effort from the staff. What was your, I don't want to say first impression, because obviously you've seen it and stuff like that, but like what stood out to you about, your one day there?
I mean, they've always told me, like Coach Stone, I'm on the phone with him. I mean, he knows I've been there before, but like having an offer and then going there is just totally different. It gives you a different perspective of view of the school and stuff. And he was totally right about that. I mean, it was pretty crazy. I mean, it's the first day of June, first day everything's back, like finally back together, and we get to see the coaches. And it was just all eyes on us, honestly. And that was really cool to be able to see them in person. I mean, we've seen them on virtual stuff, but I mean, it's just so different. So being able to get there and see everyone was really exciting.
Yeah, what's your relationship like with the coaching staff? I know you've had a number of, we'll call them virtual visits or Zoom calls or whatever with them, and then you obviously got to spend the day with them. What's your relationship with them like? Who's kind of leading your recruitment? And just tell us a little bit about that stuff.
I would say for Ohio State leading their recruiting would probably be Coach Stud, Coach Hinton, and Coach Cook. I talk to them a lot, and my dad actually talks to Coach Wilson like a lot, like every week. They're obviously, my dad got coached by him at Miami, Ohio. So I mean, we have that relationship that was prior to all this recruiting stuff. So that was really cool. And I would say, I mean, I'm talking to Coach Stud or Coach Cook every week, and Coach Hin. I actually called Coach Hin earlier today, just checking in. But yeah, I would say the main three are Coach Cook, Coach Hin, and Coach Stud.
Nice. And, you got to spend time with Coach Day while you were there a little bit. Tell us just a little bit about your thoughts on him and what him and Coach Stud had to say to you. I know you'll be back, but what was kind of their message for you while you were there?
Yeah, so it was just me there. That was really nice, obviously. So it was just one-on-one time. But Coach Day, I talked to him one-on-one. Oh, he was actually Coach Adams, my coach, was with me, but we talked to them I probably was in there for about 45 minutes just with him, just talking about life and just the new image, name, and likeness. I think that's what it's called. So that was really cool because I didn't really know much about it. And then Coach Stud, I mean, we watched a lot of film, just like hip mobility and stuff like that, and being able to bend. And I think it was during that film session, it was Paris Johnson and Coach Stud, Coach Cook, and my coach, and then me were in there talking with them for a while.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you got Paris Johnson being in there. I mean, he was the top offensive lineman in Ohio just a couple years ago, and now he's going to be a starter. He played a bunch at the end of the year, and then he had to come in the semifinals and championship game, and then he obviously is going to start this year, and then maybe one more year and off to the NFL. Seeing a guy like him who's had success and kind of maybe a blueprint for you, what was that like, being able to spend a little time with him?
It was really nice. So my funny thing is too, his dad played with my dad at Miami. So we know Mrs. Johnson. She's obviously great. I know she just got remarried, Miss Monica. So we're really excited for her. Obviously, she's a great lady. We love her. We love the whole Johnson family. Paris. I mean, I haven't seen Paris. So, like, the last time I saw him was when he was a recruit, going to all the games his senior year. So just because of COVID stuff, I never really got to see him. And obviously, It's on TV now. That's really cool. The kid works his butt off, and he's a great guy. So being able to finally see him it was nice just to be able to talk with him.
That's a cool connection there, and yeah, Monica's great. So for sure. Awesome. So that was Ohio State visit number one. I mean, you got a whole list of visits. I'm going to look at my list here. I mean, starting on June 10th, you'll be at Michigan, the 11th Tennessee, 12th Georgia, 13th Auburn, 14th Alabama, 15th Clemson. Get a little bit of a break. You're down in Oklahoma on the 19th. You're back at Ohio State on June 22nd. On the 26th, you go out to Notre Dame. And then that 1 week in the end of July, you're going to be at Notre Dame on July 25th. And I think Michigan State, you're going to try to find a way to stop there as well at some point in there. That is crazy. I mean, that's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be tired at the end of that. But What are you looking forward to about that trip?
The July 25th is Penn State. I don't know if that was wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to all of it. I mean, I haven't really been to any Southern schools. I've been to Tennessee once, but we were just passing by during a family trip, and we got to look around. And obviously, campus is really pretty there. But I know like SEC schools, they're crazy about their football. So, and obviously, academics are great down there as well. So, just being around that culture that I really haven't been around before, I'm really excited. And just being able to see the coaches, obviously, again, like everything's virtual, just being able to see them face to face and just see them coach and like work out their players and stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Awesome. And then, and then we mentioned the return trip to Ohio State, June 22nd. What's the goal of that return visit?
Is to see where I'm at with just offensive line, I believe. We're going to go camp, my brother and I, and he's going to throw with Coach Dennis. I talked to him for a while, actually, at also this past June 1st about Ryan, my brother. So that was good to see. We'll see where we're both at. And obviously I'm just going to take away just like being able to become better, just a better player in general. So I think that's the main goal of going on this trip.
Yeah, it will be good. You'll get a chance to work not one-on-one, but pretty much at times one-on-one with Coach Stud and get a feel for his style and things like that. So is that the only school you're going to be like actually working out at this summer?
Alabama on the 14th I'm working out there.
Oh, that's a camp too. So you'll get to work with the coach down there. They just got a new O-line coach down there. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's going to be a good experience. And you mentioned your brother. I know he just got an offer from Michigan, which is awesome. I mean, obviously really early in the process, but he was just up there throwing. And he's young, so who knows when the offers will come and all that. It looks like I know our Mick Walker saw him last week on Friday and thought looked really good. And we'll see, how things go with Ohio State. I know they certainly like to take their time with a quarterback, especially in state, make sure they get it right. So, yep. But how important is it? Like, it was obviously nice that Michigan offered him and all that, but like, how important is it for you? I mean, he's the younger brother, you're the older brother, but is that like something you're looking at? Like, oh, what schools are going to give my brother an opportunity and maybe hold them in a little bit more high regard? Or is that something where you guys are just like, all right, I'm making my decision and I hope the best for him, but if it works out, great. But if not, it is what it is.
Yeah, I hopefully he comes to the same school I go to. I'm really happy that he got Michigan. I know Coach Harbaugh. I mean, we talk to him all the time. He's a great coach. Coach Moore and Coach Newsome, I talk to them every week or so. They're great guys. I think he has the right guys in there. I really like them a lot. I think Coach Harbaugh made a great choice of picking those coaches, bringing them in because they're younger guys. And I mean, I feel like at this day and age, a lot of schools are starting to do that. But yeah, I mean, it was really cool for him to get that offer. I don't think no one really expected it, but we're hopefully in the next future, I can have a little say in where he goes because I'm hoping I can protect him someday. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool for sure. And I know you mentioned Gavin Newsom. It's funny. It's just I covered him when he was a recruit, so it's so crazy to see him now being a coach. And he played they had a Semper Fi All-American Bowl when he was a recruit, and I was out there covering it. And Ohio State looked at him a little bit, but yeah, he's a great guy. So it's really funny to hear you guys talking about him as someone recruiting you now. So that's cool. So look, Luke, I know it's early for you. Last thing or two here, but in the process, it's early. You're just getting your real first look at all these schools. I'm sure you're going to process a lot of things, but tell us a little about like, in your ideal scenario, when would you like to make a college decision?
Yeah, I'm pretty open about this. I want to honestly, my goal is to be able to take all the schools that I'm visiting right now. All these in the June are like more than likely the ones that I'm going to look at the most. Like, I feel like these are the strongest ones that have been recruiting me, and I've had shown a lot of interest in them. So these ones are probably most likely one of these ones I'll end up at. And I think what my plan is to be able to visit all these schools just right now, and then hopefully in the fall make maybe a trip back to a couple of them for games, and then hopefully decision is made by before my senior year. That's the goal, and possibly right after my junior year of football.
Are you someone that wants to get in early and kind of help recruit other guys to your class? Is that
Yeah,
something that
I definitely in the books for me. I want to be able to get in and really start taking a hold of one of the classes for whatever team I go to. So that's definitely been in my mind lately. But as of right now, I'm gonna go into this open-minded and see what's out there.
awesome? That's the way you should. And I guess when you guys sit down, you, your dad, your whole family, your coaches, and you work toward making this decision. Talk about all the schools you're going to see this month, and then who you're going to see maybe in the fall a little bit, and then you're working toward that decision. What's going to be the most important things that you guys are looking at and that you hold in high regard?
Yeah, I would say academics is a huge thing for our family. We've grown up in we're fortunate enough to have a household that I have both parents in, and they're pretty strict on us about academics and just schooling and just everything we do. So definitely that, and then just growing into a better man, a better man in general. So having that ability, if whatever school has that ability the most, I think I'll look at even more. And then obviously you're around 3 to 5 years of, I mean, coaches go every once in a while, but the teammates you're going to be around, or you're going to be your brothers for the next 3 to 5 years. And I think that's a huge part of this recruiting process. And some people don't really take that seriously. So I'm going to look at every option and just be able to go to games and just see all the coaches coach and just see how the players play and interact with each other.
Awesome. Well, Luke, appreciate you breaking it all down for us and giving us some intel. I'll ask you one question before we go. When Luke Montgomery is not playing football, what does he like to do?
I'm pretty social. So I mean, I'm with friends a lot, and then we're usually going fishing or just hanging out in the basement watching TV or just watching like an NBA or some game, or we'll go out to dinner every once in a while. But yeah, I would say fishing and just playing with some, or just hanging out with some friends and stuff like that would be my top two that I usually do besides football.
Awesome. Well, if Ohio State's lucky to get you, not only are they going to get a great player, they're going to get a great person as well. We appreciate you. Yeah, we appreciate you joining the show. We'll definitely be talking to you again soon. And I know our guys are looking forward to seeing you on June 22nd at the Woody.
Can't wait as well. Thank you, Mr. Gleitman.
This episode of Around the Oval was brought to you by Todd Pennington with Revolution Mortgage. If you've been thinking about refinancing or buying a house, check out our sponsor, Todd Pennington with Revolution Mortgage. They offer low rates for refinancing and home purchase loans, including first-time home buyer programs, down payment assistance, and cash-out home equity loans. Check out revolutionmortgage.com/tpennington.